I'm on the game shit. I'm on the game shit. Rah, 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 rah. Shun, 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 shun. Rah, 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 rah. Shun, 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 shun. My thoughts. My thoughts. My thoughts. Some of my thoughts. We get to hear. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all policies? What the fuck is wrong with y'all policies? Let's get serious. Like some things, like divinely set up and shit. Yeah, yeah. I understand that shit too. Like, cause like when you look at it, like everything basically predestined with this shit. So it's like everything divinely set up, like by God for His purpose and calling. That's literally what it is. So everything Satan does is divinely set up, and I don't want to use the word divinely, but it just set up that way. Common sensely set up that way. The world being the way it is set up that way because God has to do what He has to do to send people to hell. That's what God want to do, is send people to hell, and that's the whole purpose of everything, is to send people to hell. That's what God's all about, is sending people to hell. So yeah, it's all this stupid stuff. I don't really care. Let's play this. Let's play my new should be in play this. this one. Go all the way down. Yeah, like the thing about like what's set up by God is like nothing can stop that. Nothing can stop what God does. We all know that for a fact, you know. Nothing can stop God. Nothing, you know. God can show off his power, do whatever he wants, but like that's it. That's it. That's the closest to God losing is him showing off his power. That's all it does with me, man. Amen. Amen to that. Let's play this shit. So this is how the system of this world works. So let's say they put you in a cell, as an example, a jail cell, prison cell. That's the same thing as the system, and this is what they do. They be like, oh yeah, get out of the cell. It's your fault you're in the cell, but then they put you in the cell on purpose.
Yep.
And they be like, get out of the cell, and then they literally judge you and judge you and judge you. That's what they do. They judge you and they crucify you more and more and more while you're in the cell, and they torture you in the cell. And they're like, oh, why are you being tortured? Why are you being tortured? Get out of the cell.
Yep.
That's like
that's true though.
Don't telling you, oh, work at a job, do this, do that, do that.
Crazy.
No, but what you doing
Crazy
is torturing people. You torturing people.
Crazy.
You torturing people with your demonic system, with your demonic corrupt, forcing people to be Satanists, forcing people to sell their souls to be molested and raped. That's what they do. You are forced to be molested and raped.
Yep.
Why do you think we have the world the way it is? Because guess what?
That's what it is. Spiritually, that's what it is, though. Spiritually, that's what it is.
They create all that.
Spiritually, you raping them, you molesting, and then you causing all those issues. That reality, the actual like issues of that.
They're molesting children,
not just the spiritual side of things,
they
but
create
the actual
system
physical side of that
all
shit.
That stuff that happens.
They cause that shit. They cause the physical and they cause
all
the spiritual
these children
rape.
Be molested is caused by all that. The government, the system.
Yep.
Everybody supporting the system. Everybody who wants to be supporting school, they support child molestation. The school teachers, they support child molestation.
They're not gonna say it though.
They
act like they go against it. They don't.
The government,
because
they support the devil. They support that stuff.
They act like they go against it.
Anytime you're like,
just to keep it going, just to keep it going, because they're not going against the devil, are they?
You're allowing the devil.
How you gonna be like, oh, we fuck child molesters, but yet you support the devil? That's pretty fucking hypocritical. That's pretty fucking hypocritical.
And then they'd be like, oh, we don't.
That is hypocritical.
We don't cause children to be molested. Get out of the cell. What? What? Wait, what? But that's literally what these pussies in the government cause. They call.
Oh my fucking god! It just dropped. Why did that shit do that? Like, I'm like, well, I don't really give a shit. Let's just fucking play this shit.
They're perverts.
Some goofy ass shit.
The government, they are perverts. They support that stuff. Anytime you're like, oh, you're free to have your own opinion. Well, you support it. You're allowing the devil just to creep in. You're allowing the devil just to basically control everything because literally that's what it does. That's what it does. That's the reality behind it, man. And then they'd be like, "Oh, we don't cause that case. We don't cause children to be molested. Get out of the cell." What?
Get out of the cell. Wait. Yep, that makes sense though. Cause like you really think about it, by them telling you, saying, "Oh, you're wrong, Casey. We don't do this," but you putting me in the cell. How does that make sense? Logically, that makes no sense. Logically, that's they twisted mindset. So basically, that's what it means is they twisted the mind. That's literally twisted shit. That's all it is. Twisted shit, bro. Bro. Oh, that's cool. That's what it is, and They don't like that. They don't like when they get exposed because it hurts. It literally hurts the devil in them. It hurts the devil that's in them too. Like when they literally look, that's what they are. They possessed by the devil. Like devil, the demons, the fallen angels, the devil, they possessing these people. These people are straight up Satanists, and when they're Satanists, they're possessed by that shit. They possessed by that shit. They possessed by that shit. Why do you think they're trying to drug me up? Because they want to control everything. They want to control the God's creation type stuff. That's what it is, you know. Even Charles said they're trying to control God's creation. That's the whole point of it. Cause they scared, they petrified. They know their time is up. They know their time is coming to an end, and very 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 close to an end. So what can they do about it? All they can do is just masturbate to that shit. That's all the devil does is masturbate to shit. To me, to every rough all of God, the devil's masturbated to them. That's the ritual he has to do. You know, the devil has to do rituals like that. That's what the devil does in the spirit. He jerks off and busts to niggas like me because that's how he gains his power and his status by jerking off to a nigga like me and busting nuts and crying about it and moaning about it. Oh my God, Casey sent me to hell. Like, look, that's what that nigga does. That nigga moans about that shit. That nigga a faggot. The devil is a faggot. That's what he does. Alright, but that's just the common sense of how the devil operates. Oh man, this.